What's good, family? Loved ones, kings, and queens. I came on here to do a real quick video because I was in a conversation and something like sparked in me. So as I do this video, I'm gonna put on the stuff I put on because after the video, life still goes on. So the person that I was talking to, we were talking about some things and some that occurred in their life, and they went to another person and had a talk. So when I was talking to the other person, it was like, I really don't know why this happened to me. Because I did this, I did that, I did everything right. I wouldn't be doing things right. Like, and so the person that she was talking to responded and said, some things that we deal with in life, we would never understand why things happen. And something instantly hit me. So you could be doing a lot of things right, and something can happen, and you would never quite understand why it happened. It's because you could be doing something right, but not in the right way. Like, for example, say you work, you go to work every day that you're scheduled. People call out, they call you, you go in for them. Even if you'd already worked that day, you pulling double shifts, like you going hard for these people. This is the world we live in, y'all. This is what you get for people. So you pulling doubles, you doing this. I mean, you doing a fantastic job that a lot of people ain't doing and can't do. So you doing right. But while you doing it, while you're doing that, the main thing you're saying when you speak to people is I or me. Like, I go so hard at this job, man. Like, I've been working so many hours, or I've been doing so many things for these people, or I, you know, I. What does God fall in? The reason you're able to do all of those things It's clear as day. It's because of Jesus. It's no way possible I can work an 8 hour shift, if not 10.5 hours, come home at 4 o'clock in the morning, sleep for 2 hours, and go back in for another 9 hour shift. That's pretty much a 24 with no sleep, working in heat. So if I do this, then I'm only able to do this because of Jesus, who is giving me the strength. The Lord, who is my strength and my shield. I'm sorry, I believe it's in one of these books. Okay, it gotta be, because I just started this book, so it gotta be like one of the last things in this book. I am so sorry, y'all. I cannot find this scripture. But it was basically saying the work that you do with your hands, you receive your reward. But it would eventually beset you because you're taking on the credit that's supposed to be accredited to Jesus. So you've earned your reward. But he gonna show you how people is when you feel like you're doing it yourself. But the work that he does, basically saying that we have to acknowledge him. Like me, I know who I was. I know where I come from. I know who I used to be. So I know the way that I react to things, the way that I go about life, the way that I'm cool with not having friends. Like I like being to myself. The way that I comprehend the Bible more and be able to break it down to people in modern day terms that can't really understand the biblical sense of it. I know I can't do that. So it is he who is in me. I'm not where I am going to be, or should be. But I know I'm further than where I was, to the point of surrenderance to Jesus. So when I come on here and I speak, I don't speak as a perfect being, because no one is. I don't just give y'all the upsides of everything. I might come on here and give y'all a down moment of mine, a sad moment of mine, a frustrating moment of mine, because I'm human just like y'all is. So never let no one tell you what you can and what you can't accomplish. It's all up to you and God. But you gotta follow Jesus. You got to. With him you can do anything. A lot of the things that we ask for, we don't have right now. It's because we wouldn't even know what to do with it if we did get it. Like a lot of people in the Bible. For instance, King Solomon. Before he got prosperity, just like everybody else, God gave him wisdom first. So before he became rich, God gave him wisdom. Because he would never give us nothing we can't bear. That don't just mean that he's not finna put you through too much pain, too much suffering that you can't bear. That also means the good things. Like, he's not finna make you rich if he know you can't bear it. If you're not gonna do what he pretty much wants you to do with it. Because that's what you should do with it. He's the creator. He created everything. He created the person that created money. He created the people that created these buildings. He's the creator. So who best knows about anything than the person that created it? And I mentioned King Solomon because I heard a person pretty much blaspheming the Bible. It was a black man. He's a celebrity. I'm not gonna say his name. Said, how can the Israelites put their religion on us? First of all, black man, it's not their religion. Because it's really not about religion. It's about spirituality. No one in the Bible was Baptist, Methodist, Jehovah Witness, Pentecostal. All these names, titles of religion. It wasn't that. It's not about religion. So for a black man to say the Israelites cannot put their religion on us shows the confusion that he has, that the devil has put on his mind, and the lack of research and studying that he has done. Because the reason I said King Solomon is because he's the only color depicted person in the Bible, which was black. And what's the crazy part about it is King Solomon was the king over the Israelites, a black man in Jerusalem. The one that asked for wisdom. That's all he asked for was wisdom. And God gave him so much other stuff with it. So the things that we ask for and think that we need and want, he wants us to have it, but he wants us to have even more. But he can't give it to us until we seek him and get his wisdom. He's not just gonna give you wisdom. If you running with the devil, he's not just gonna throw you wisdom so you can use it with the devil. You gotta seek him. You gotta follow him. You gotta be out there. It's hard for him to give you wisdom. And after that, all these things will come. Seek ye yet the kingdom first, and all these things will be added. So it could be everything that I to ask for, everything you to ask for, she to ask for, he to ask for, they to ask for, all together for you. It's not just what you ask for. He's going to do so much more because that's just the guy he is. So yes, his name is Yahweh because he was the guy over the Israelites because he chose them. But he also chose us as well. Because at the same time, it was a queen, not a king. It was a queen from Ethiopia named, I believe, Mashida or Makita that heard from one of her maidservants named Tamarin who went over there because this was Solomon was wanting to, getting ready to build his temple. He wanted to build a temple. But he needed the stuff, so he reached out to people that had like ships. You know how they bring oil and stuff on ships? He was doing that for people that did that back then. And he was giving them anything they desired, like silver, gold, garments, like in modern day term, polo shirts, jerseys, Jordans, whatever you wanted, he had it. He got it. He didn't care about none of that. You can have it all. I got way more where they come from. So, but at the same time, he was asking them, he was getting instructions on how to go about it. He was getting their wisdom while they was listening to his. Like they was astonished by his wisdom. People used to travel, like literally travel. Like the queen traveled all the way from Ethiopia, y'all. You know how long that is? On a chariot. They didn't have Corvettes back then. I'm gonna tell you how long it was. I'm sorry this video went longer than I expected. When she went back to Ethiopia after her and King Solomon had sexual intercourse because she had broken the oath, but he set her up to do it. It wasn't in the law yet. Even though he had wisdom, the law wasn't established that you can have more than one wife. Like you can have as many wives as you want to. Because it wasn't put in the law yet then when he was king. So she was like 5 months into traveling away from Jerusalem back to Ethiopia. And felt something in her. She like felt it. It's like, dog. So that's how long it took people to get to him. This 5 months coming from him, going back to what she was queen at, to her country. So she didn't even make it to have a baby at her in Ethiopia. She had it before she got there. But she gained wisdom off of him. Like the Ethiopians were worshiping the sun. And she came to know who God was through King Solomon, a black man that y'all say that the Israelites trying to put their beliefs on us. Yahweh means their God. It just was a recognition for them to bow and give thanks to who he was. It still goes for this day. So quit trying to do things your way and do it Yahweh, because that's the best way. He's the creator. He already know what we're going up against. He created it. But yeah, she gained wisdom. She went back to Ethiopia, and made a new covenant. Like they couldn't worship the sun more. That she brought them into the wisdom that she acquired and told them about God, and they started worshiping God. And everyone that went against it was still trying to worship idols and the sun and stuff like that. She cast them out, like threw them clean out of Ethiopia. So it was a queen before a king in Ethiopia in the biblical days. So ladies, don't think that you don't have a part. Yeah, the men is the head, they say in the Bible. But women still had a part that a lot of people don't know about. But she was the last queen, like alone. Because when she had her son, Lakim, which was King Solomon's son as well, who was David's son, King David, she could no longer be queen. It will fall down to him to be king, and from that point on, it can be no more queens. It could just be a king that ran the country, that ran the empire. They might get married to a queen, but the king was in charge. But before that, a queen was over Ethiopia. All this is mentioned in the Bible. India. There's a lot of places mentioned in the Bible, y'all. Like literally, we're biblically braided in our bloodline somewhere. We got a biblical relative. They still ain't here, of course, but yeah, that's where we come from. Me and my barber had to talk earlier, and when I told him about this, he was like, "Bro, yeah, that makes sense. Like that's true, because it ain't like God was like, okay, biblical people finna put an end to y'all. Not modern day people. Come on, I'm finna create y'all. Like no, he did no more. He didn't stop no more creation. He didn't restart humanity no more after Noah. Sexual intercourses continue to go on through the Bible. The Bible is life. Revelations is the last chapter, which we've been living in forever. So if the Bible, the book of life, how do we not think that we didn't come from somebody biblical? Like one of our far off relatives that's deceased came from a biblical person, a person that was in the Bible. A lot of people got Cain bloodline in them. That's why a lot of people are ignorant and don't care. You can't make them believe. But at the end of the day, it's their life. All you can do is try to pass it on. Don't get dragged down with them. Because you do your part when you spread the news. That's all you can do. You can't make nobody believe nothing. It's impossible. So yeah, a lot of things that you're trying to figure out right now, you still don't understand why this is happening or why that happened. It's a reason that you don't know why. just know it wasn't meant for you. Just like the devil is always at work, God is always at work. So know that He has something better for you. Believe that. Believe it. But eventually, if you believe in that and you don't believe in Him, you eventually have to surrender to Him. Because the queen of Ethiopia was, I'm talking about, she was rich. King Solomon was a man of his, a man after his heart. He did stuff that he wasn't supposed to do, but he could do it because it went the law. Like if we did it right now, it's a sin because it's law now. We under that covenant. So with that being said, she was the queen of Ethiopia. She had just as much as King Solomon did, and they worshiped the sun. They didn't even know God. But when she went to seek out wisdom and she found out about God, she came back to her country and made them turn their belief around and follow the one and only Yahweh. So He will bless you even if you're not representing Him right now. But eventually, you gonna have to choose Him. If you don't, everything that you get, just like He give it to you, He can take it away. So know that the things that you don't understand, it's a reason why you don't understand why that happened or why it's happening. Just know that He has it all figured out for you. You don't even have to worry your little head. So He already got it prepared. Y'all remember that song in church, Order My Steps? He already ordered our steps, not just heavenly, but even here. This is the kingdom here too. He wants us to be kingdom minded. So when it say order your steps, that means ordering the way you walk, ordering your direction, guiding you. He has your steps ordered, so He has everything figured out for you. You gotta turn on the GPS and follow Him. Not Siri, Him, the Alpha, the Omega. So other than that, hope y'all get something out of this. I love y'all. Hope y'all stay blessed, stay prosperous, believe, repent, and let's not do things our way. Let's do it Yahweh, man. Try it. Try it. It's not gonna it's gonna be well worth it. It's not gonna let you He's not gonna let you down. Stop letting yourself down. Because He got something for you. But He can't give it to you until you choose Him. Because He know if He give it to you, you don't know what to do with it. And He go eventually have to take it back. Till next time.